Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117 here, bringing you another Company of Heroes 2 commentary. This time, it's a 2v2. I'm playing as the Americans, and my friend Redman is playing as the Soviets. We are versing two Oberkommando West forces, and we're playing that 2v2 game on the Minsk Pocker. This is actually part of the original Company of Heroes 2 maps. However, still a really good map, and very, actually pretty interesting on its traversal and its tactics on the map. But anyway, again, I've been playing as the Oberkommando West the last few games, so I figured I'd play as Americans. Anyway, specifically, I'll be playing as the Luftwaffe. However, funny enough, I really don't go into too much about it. I'll be describing more tactics to do. However, I felt basic rifleman was just enough to help me out. Although, probably an airborne squad probably would have helped me out on a few occasions if I had the resources at the time. There's Redman. Of course, he's building a special rifle command because, of course, he wants a scout car to push back the Oberkommando West. Because scout car, unless they have the rocket launcher or the pretty much the Panzerschreck on wheels, they're pretty good. Because the other things have trouble fighting it. Like I said, I went Luftwaffe. Redman went the advanced warfare tactics. This is an okay one. I know he really enjoys it. I don't. You can detect enemy. You can see what the enemy is bringing out. Pretty much conscripts can repair, have PPSHs. Great. The Sturmovik does a strafe, which means just flies over the area once and suppresses stuff. And then also there's a T-34, which you can bring in, which is actually really nice. You don't, instead of bringing two, which kind of forces you to, you can bring in just one. Let's see what of course, I think both enemies went like, okay, he went special, okay, so he's going for the Panther command tank. Pretty good. Northshire, nothing yet. Anyway, for myself, I brought two rifleman squads, and I also have my elite rear echelon troops capturing that area. They, of course, as the Oberkommando West, you can pretty much push forward quite a bit with the Sturm Pioneers. Again, you can push pretty far with them. Basic riflemen actually have trouble fighting them because, again, if these guys get close, their weapons are great. Medium to long range rifles are more medium. Medium to short range. Rifles are medium to long range. The great thing with rear echelon troops, though, is you can suppress them. They pulled out range. I was kind of just luring them into no cover. However, it's not going to really work out. I get some nice shots, but, you know, bring them down to probably a third. Lose a third of their health. I still have guys capturing this point over here. I believe that's our fuel. Yes, it is. And, of course, my rear echelon troops are moving in. I use volley fire. Volley fire, the closer they... well, pretty much closer helps, but pretty much will suppress them over time, which is really nice. Unfortunately, as you can see, he brought in a Kerbal Wagon and another Sturm Pioneer squad, and he's pretty much trying to push in pretty hard to recap these points. Over here, the Soviets are having some difficulties. Luckily, they're using cover. However, again, these guys have rifles, so they're slightly better than these guys, and even in their cover. However, they have the, what are those things? The Volksgrenadiers. They can be equipped with rocket launchers and cold ability, but, you know, this is not a blizzard map, so you don't have to worry about that. So the Kerbal Wagon thought it would be a good idea to charge and suppress these troops. I bring these guys to flank. If you want to take out Kerbal Wagon, flank, because again, like a normal MG, you can only face one direction. Might be more mobile than MG, but it's weaker and easier to kill. So, have enough fire, easily kill it. Especially like one rocket hit will take it out. So he brings it up his scout car, which as you can see is pushing back his forces. He doesn't really have the necessary equipment. Let's say carload. Nope, they don't. So unfortunately his scout car is going to own so far, which is nice because again now his troops can move up and hold these points. Anyway, we go back over here. I have riflemen recapping this point, and I'm sending in two rifleman squads and a rear echelon troop squad to retake this area. Now he used the Sturm Pioneer squad to pretty much heal this, and I believe he's using the ability so that way he can detect infantry around the local area. Now I did a stupid thing here where I sent these guys in. I mistakenly forgot to move them around. I retreat them though in time. Now I have this guy and I'm going to start firing. I do rear fire ability on them, that way to start suppressing them. However, they move up too much and my rifles are able to take them out pretty quickly. Now I'm trying to tell these guys to do some flank. He moves them back though, which incorporates both of them, so I'm not exactly in the best scenario. However, I bring in my lieutenant. Pretty much it's the second tier. Again, as the Americans, you get the lieutenant to get these three things along with the rest. But in any case, pretty much I have these guys. I try to put them behind cover so they don't do as much. He has Stern Pioneer Squad trying to cut off my forces. I have a Rifleman Squad, actually, funny enough, cutting off his. So it's kind of, you know, going back and forth. And here's my lieutenant coming in. These guys get pinned. That's not helping anyone, especially if these guys come up, they'll pretty much get shredded. So I retreat them. Unfortunately for me, this kind of sucks because I have them running. They must have focus fired on this guy because I lost my rear echelon troops. So, yeah. The good news is, as the Americans, you don't really need them to build any more bases because of the simple fact Americans have the bases made. You just need lieutenants, pretty much commanders, to bring them out. So I bring in rifleman squads to help counter. And then if we look here, in a split second, that thing's going to come into view, and I'm like, oh no, Redman, I'm going to need some help. So I have my guys here. I'm trying to focus fire on this thing. Luckily, the scout car comes in. Pretty much saved my day. Now, if you're wondering why, because with that scout car takes that out, and now we're in firing range of their HQ. So with the scout car and my forces, we're going to start firing upon this thing. So, and they're going to get closer, like, trying to defend it. So they're going to get themselves behind heavy cover. I'm pretty much just telling my forces to focus fire on this, because if they bring up this medical bunker, we are so dead, because this is pretty much will kill their forces, and then, if they especially get bazooka, I mean, my guys are so close to dying in the first place. So, it died, saving us, causing Carlo? Yeah, now we, wait, is it Carlo or Northshire? Yeah, now he has to wait longer to get out a higher tier, which saves us for right now. Unfortunately for us, though, as you can see here, he's trying to put up this barricade. Again, with one guy, can't really do much. But, yeah. With that scout car, Redman saved us, or at least saved my front line. I do have my utility car coming in. This is great for laying down mines. A couple Panzerschreck shots, it's dead. And combined fire, it will die, but it's still a nice little vehicle to bring out, and it will do some damage to the enemy. You can see a little guy in there. I love the little effects on this thing. Actually, it looks really cool. Anyway, so I have my riflemen capturing these points, but as you can see now, they're pretty much most of the map is under our control. Well, from what I can tell, again, they're trying to mine up this area, which, funny enough, is what I'm going to do. They already did it over here by, like, reinforcing this area, making sure vehicles couldn't come through, or at least, you know, reinforced steel barricade, lighter vehicles. Okay. But the heavier vehicle, like a T-3485, they can probably bust through. I'm not sure about the utility car. I think it's a lighter vehicle, so it won't be able to go through, but still. They also bring out the Sturm Officer, which again can make, which can force retreat units. Again, that's something that I do have to watch out for later, because I bring up an MG and this thing, you know, to try to move up. So I put a mine there just in case they have a vehicle like run through, like a scout car or something, like chasing stuff. It'll blow up. I could use this as like an emergency escape route. That's what I should do. I mean, usually Americans have a lot of munitions unless you purchase a bazooka or something over here. Also, I'll buy a grenade momentarily. But I pretty much will mine up my local area. That way if they do send vehicles, I'll be good. Now Redman is having some difficulty here, as you can see. They're sending quite a few forces. However, as you can see, he's setting up his scout car, although I think this one's about to crash. Yeah. Luckily those guys survived. He's going to retreat them. Now he's going using the support gun to pretty much try to hit that scout car. Luckily he backs up and pulls back his forces. As you can see here, Redman did take quite a few kits. And, yeah, actually, they shouldn't be really destroying that. As Oberkommando West, you can retake those. Anyway, I'm getting a bazooka team right now so I can get some AT and reinforce my area on the right. I tried to move up here, but as we see, they have quite a few forces. And then they have more Stern Pioneers coming in. So I really didn't want to push because I didn't know what else they had, so I fall back a little bit. I do have my MG here, which is very nice because if they, let's say, think, oh, let's charge. Well, guess what? My MG will hold him back. I'm not sure why it doesn't just get up top. Maybe it's just a design of the MG. But it's in heavy cover. It'll be able to fire over and through that barricade. I'm going to have my AT gun station here and bazooka team in the middle along with a couple rifleman squads. That way all my flanks are covered and I'm good. I didn't know about the officer. force retreat ability, which kind is a fault if you have an MG here, and it's the only thing that can pretty much hold them back, and then that happens. But yeah. So anyway, in the meanwhile, I am slowly trying to push throughout this area. I have this thing pulling some more mines. Again, I put some more right in this area, which is great, just in case they send a vehicle up through here, blows them up. Now, as we see here, they had this rocket launcher, which I was able to get out of the area before it really was able to do much. Now, here's the thing. This support gun started firing upon me, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll start capturing this area before it kills me. And then I'm like, oh no. Now because there's only one guy, can't really. Yeah, I was thinking I can't really get in it, so I'll just try to, fall back or something. Yeah, that failed. They blew it up, and now they can decommission it as they're doing right now and grab some fuel off it. So. Yeah, I didn't know a scout car. I mean, I didn't know the support car could be so accurate. But yeah, it is, and you do have to definitely watch out for it. In any case, as you can see here, they were prepping a large assault. He has another supply truck he's going to set down right there, because of course that's one of the few places they can set it down. Now he's prepping. Here's the thing though, we have a lot of troops scattered about. Redman is prepared to lose this area. He's pretty much barricaded that off. I think they can maybe come through this area. Not sure. But yeah, pretty much, he's trying to barricade because he knows he doesn't really have much. So Red doesn't really have any sort of recon or anything like that, so he's not really pressing. He could easily push Redman back. Like, Redman has one scout car in a, he's going to put that in the scout car, so make a flame scout car. Okay, so let me rephrase this again. He has a flame scout car and 2 conscript squads. Red has a whole army. Yeah, so there you go. But Purple's preparing to launch a major assault, and as you can see here, now they're being healed. And as a Ford MC, that's not half bad. I put these guys over here, that way it's another pretty much their weapon. I believe that's a bar. Hold on. Is that a bar? Yeah, I think it is. The bar will pretty much hit him from one side, the MG from another, the AT here, and I'll put Rifleman over this cover. Because I'm thinking, we have all 3 points. Why charge and risk attacking them if we're doing pretty good? And to be fair, we're doing pretty good. We have so much more munitions and fuel than they do. We just have to starve them out. Now, it went well. I mean, don't get me wrong, it went very well. So, right now, all their forces are being pinned. They're going down. It's great. But they made this guy retreat, so I'm like, oh no, that's bad. I threw some grenades, and I forgot to retreat this. So, anyway, my grenade killed their thing over here, and this guy is just owning them through the flank. So they're going to have to fall back. I bring up some of my guys over here to help reinforce, because he has a, as you can see here, Redman has a, is that T-85? No, it's just a T-34. A T-34 in the middle, so now they have something to fear. And now is making the slow push. I love this, this warfare right now going on. But anyway, he's trying to push through, and not really going very well, because although he's using fire to burn them up, these guys are coming out. These are Obersoldaten? I don't know. Very good German troops. There you go. That's a good term. With pretty much a machine gun, advanced weapons of their own that tear apart these units. PPSHs do own. However, if there are 2 squads of this, they're going to pretty much hold them back. Now, they also have bazooka teams and AT. So, Redman's moving up his nice little, his T-34. Funny enough, that actually that support weapon did absolutely nothing to it. He's moving up his AT, and he's moving up his Panzerschreck ability. Try to hurt the T-34. Now, Redman's actually taking some hits. I believe, he's trying to move around the flank to hit him from behind. And, yeah, now that thing is a star. So that T-34 is now definitely going to die. Lost its main gun, and it's pretty much a goner. Go over here. Once again, they did push. They took out my AT gun. I put all my guys behind heavy cover, which kind of helped hold them back. Redman is making a slow retreat. Oh, no. That's bad. T-34 right through the cover, however, right into the trap. So that was actually pretty funny. I did not know that what happened to Redman's tank, or why there was a tank in here. I thought Redman charged, but I was wondering why I was backwards. Okay, so that's what happened. He was probably just trying to come over here to put his troops over here. However, it didn't really work for him. Anyway, I'm going to retake this point. MG's now back up. This is now moving forward. I'm going to resupply this. Have a major coming up, which I'll now put as a forward retreat point. Ambulance coming up. That way you have the same thing they have. A forward observation post, which I can heal my guys. Now, he's setting up some engineer squads, my bad, to pretty much push back the enemy. However, the enemies have so many long-range weapons, and also very advanced units, it's really not going to do that much. Now, of course, they put these things, what are they? I do apologize. They're pretty much, oh god, I can't even look at these units. These are, if I can find them, they won't, oh, they're this. They're Panzerfaust. Again, these are great recon, which is why I put them in the tower. Redman's, well, as you can see here, these guys came in. I thought they were coming in to support. However, no. They're just coming in to try to push for the mid. Luckily, I have a re-echelon troops to scout out. And momentarily, I should be getting a Sherman to bring out to help push the enemy back. But in any case, I called this artillery ability would help push them back. And yeah, pretty much blew that scout position up. And now those things over here, the things with the great MGs and whatnot, and now I have to face a T-85. Now, T-30-45, I think that's... No, it's a 76, my bad. That was an 85. Redman, you're lying to me. But anyway, this 2-star, oh god, what's this thing called? Well, yeah, I can instantly retreat. Oh. What's that thing called? Let's go to cut. I forget the full names of some things. I do apologize. It is a Rakenwerfer. I call it a Panzerschreck on wheels because that's literally what it is. It looks like a Panzerschreck on wheels. But anyway, I have my forces here. They're doing pretty much, as you can see here, they have 2 support guns. They're now combining the push on our side, and now they're finally smart enough to realize that Redman has nothing over here except for some barbed wire guarding some key points. So now they're slowly pushing up. I use a recon plane to scout them out, and then I'm also going to call a nice artillery barrage in this area and try to push them back. Now, unfortunately for them, my MG that they tried to kill, and I fall back, is now here, so I'm going to try to suppress them. Also, I have these guys here. So, yeah, kind of bad for them. Because now they're flanked. As you can see here, I'm just using overwhelming fire and flanking while they're just trying to push up. They have no cover, so I am in cover, which allows me to slowly push them back. Now they use that artillery barrage. I move this thing back. I'm going to use my rear echelon troops to move up, along with sending in to heal it, and then sending in also my other guys. They're trying to cap this point, but again, this thing is pinned. It's not going to do anything, so they're going to have to fall back. Now over here, he has his T-34 pretty much owning them. The support gun really can't do that much, or at least that close. However, as you can see here, I also have a Sherman coming in with the upgraded 50 cal machine gun. And yeah, these things are great. But yeah, there's a strafing run. Ooh! That was an awesome hit. And my Sherman and stuff like that are going to easily kill their forces. I'm going to move up my guys and push up my front line to recap this front area, which is actually pretty nice. Now, they did the self-destruct thing on here. I'm like, oh, how big of an explosion is that going to be? It can't be that big. So I'm like, oh, I probably should move my guys. Yeah, it's pretty massive, that explosion. I'm not going to lie. It is absolutely massive. But, it will hurt your guys if they get pretty close. Think of it like a... Oh, there's a T-34-85. Now, Redman just wanted to, wow, okay, there goes an overshoot squad. Ooh, the support guns actually did. That's the thing, they used a lot of support guns, which maybe it was because of the fact, you know, try to hold them back. Also, now these flak turrets are going to start firing. They do some damage. And these Panzerschrecks and also the Rakenwerfers are going to fire. Look at that, that was quick. And now with all this combined fire on them, yeah, that T-34-85 is going to get killed. Although he's moving up to try to flank, they just have a Panzerschreck right here, plus these flak cans, which actually do a bit of damage. Yeah, it's not going to work. I move my Sherman in to try to help. Does a nice hit on the Rakenwerfer, but as you can see, they still have too much AT, so I'm going to fall back. And meanwhile, their front line's pretty much crippled. I'm moving up again. Just for getting this major as artillery ability, very helpful in like helping push them back and cause them to shift. I always told Redman if he needed like a paradrop of anything to let me know. He never did, or at least never told me he wanted anything. Oh, so they busted right through that. They must have grenaded it or something. But yeah, that's interesting. So they're pushing up again. They've retaken this whole area because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Redman has some forces, but I mean, now that his like all of his TT and stuff are dead, probably not the best. However, he does have another T-34-85 moving in. So I'm sending up my forces. I'm moving up my tank once it's healed to the middle. That way we can have all our points guarded. I know they can't get to this point in time where there's 20 points left. However, as seen here, they do have quite a few forces. Oh, another strafing run, which looks incredible. Surprised those flak guns don't take out the AT. But anyway, they've been saving up points, as we can see right here. They have quite a lot of fuel, and guess what he's saving up for? Northshire is most likely saving up for the, where is it? Should be somewhere. Come on, where are you? There you go. He brings up the Sherman. Or maybe not. Hold on. Oh, maybe he just bought something. Anyway. The Panthers called in. So I have one Sherman being called in, another one. They're saying in a large group of forces to try to retake this middle. Again, we have a Sherman and a T-34-85 moving in. So they have quite a lot of forces. I have my plane come in, do that nice bombing run. Those mines I was talking about earlier crippled the tank, and the last shot is it being blown to Kingdom Come. Now, Redman forces were here with PPSHs, so pretty much they would have been totally and absolutely destroyed. But in any case, they probably would have pushed back because PPSHs and conscripts pretty much own. If they would have come up here, the T-34s up there along with my troops coming down. So yeah, their last-ditch attack kind of failed on them. Anyway, also kind of had another Sherman coming in along with this one. So yeah, and I was so happy I was able to call that rocket strafe. Like if you use it effectively, it definitely is pretty awesome. To just like come in and just do some nice strikes on the enemy. Anyway, at least the strike was enough to knock the Panther out. And those mines, man, that mine took it down really quickly. We go to resources. Yeah, they had nothing left. I mean, to be fair, I had quite a lot of forces. Redman really didn't have that much. He lost quite a few tanks, but you know, I had quite a lot of forces, so you know, pretty good. I did a pretty high unit preservation in this game. They had a lot of fuel, so they probably could have used that effectively. Like, you don't have to bring out the Panther to push up, but if you bring out a Stuka, because I mean we're pretty much defense, and like we had a lot of infantry the whole time, you bring out let's say the T-34, so you bring out. They had a lot of Panzer Strikes and AT abilities. Why not bring out like a scout car to help with like pick out a lot of like our vehicles? And again, you're saying, oh, we can't really handle a T-34. You're right. You have 2 scout cars, a Panzer Strike, and some AT. Then you have something different because the scout cars will just snipe the T-34, draw it in, and then the Panzer Strikes and AT will take it out. In any case, and also they're much more maneuverable than T-34, so you can run circles around it like I did last game with Su-85. But yeah, just one thing they could have done. Stuka is another great possibility. Instead of the support gun, although the support gun, as you saw, was pretty effective. Also, maybe just more infantry probably would have helped. I mean, or you know, something dealing with all that fuel they had. Yes, I had a lot of fuel, but I was trying to bring out the more infantry to support, then bring out the Shermans, which I did at late game. And if they would have taken the middle, my Shermans probably would have helped push them back. But yeah, let's look right over here. So if we look between ourselves, wow. Okay. I know Redman got got another 400 points here, but anyway, I got more damage dealt, he got more kills, and he got least amount of deaths. So good job. As you can see here, these two did pretty, actually got a lot of damage, but again, I was able to keep healing my guys, keep them in the fight. They really couldn't do that and really couldn't sustain fire because they weren't in cover. Again, cover's key. yeah, he got a lot of kills, but also, wow, okay, so Colonord and Northshire, okay, pretty good guys. Again, we pretty much just, because if you take out a scout, I mean a half track, that pretty much cripples you. I will say that. So it just took them longer to prepare a large attack. But again, during that time, we were able to just keep building stuff and push them back. In any case, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, comment. Let me know if you want a specific commander, faction, etc. played, and I will definitely do it. Again, I'm not going to just play Americans in Oberkommando West. I do love those factions very much. However, I still like my Soviet ISU 152s and my German PaK 43s. I mean, Wehrmacht PaK 43s. Sorry. But anyway, if you need any, if you want any changes, let me know. But again, thanks for watching. See you next time. So my guy, of course, got healed because I took him to that medical bunker. So I'm trying to have him reverse those two things. I fired those cannons at the infantry blob moving in, which kind of is going to have to force him to retreat now. Go back over here. He has a couple AT forces and whatnot firing upon his forces. I have my Puma coming in from the